Hey, welcome back to the channel. If you're looking to find out what's been going on with Hamilton's real estate market, you're in luck. There's been some crazy stuff happening. Well, maybe not that crazy, but there have been some changes that can benefit both buyers and sellers. So let's dive on in. So for September, we saw quite an increase in the total amount of sales across all neighborhoods, specifically in detached and townhomes. Although it's worth mentioning that these are still 4% lower than same time last year, so last September, and it was also 28% lower than long-term trends. So you might be wondering what's driving this recent market shift. Well, there's a couple key factors at play here. The first one being the recent interest rate cuts, which is making it easier for people to qualify for mortgages and to afford more expensive houses, right? They've also just made a couple changes to the way that mortgages work in Canada. The next is that prices have come down a little bit. So they've started to align a little bit more with people's expectations for what homes are actually valued at. And the final thing is that we have more homes on the market. There's a higher inventory right now, which means there's more choice for buyers. So combined with the other two, it's a very attractive landscape right now for buyers. So based on those factors, as buyer confidence grows, we could continue to see more of an uptick in activity as the year closes out. Now, this will eventually lead to higher prices. If more people are out there, there's more active buyers looking and the market starts to heat up. There's going to be more people bidding on the same houses, and that's going to drive prices up over time. So speaking of high inventory, September brought quite a few new listings on the market. With about 5 months of supply, we're still in a buyer's market right now. So the downward pressure on home prices that we're seeing currently remains. We don't know how much longer that's going to last if demand is starting to pick up, but as of right now, prices have come down slightly. So for home prices, the benchmark price in Hamilton for last month was $831,500. So this has gone down slightly compared to the previous month. It is about 2% lower than the same time last year. Over the last 4 months, prices have been in a downward trend. We had some pretty good gains at the beginning of the year, but then for the last 4 months, they've kind of tapered off and they've been going down. So every property type has seen a bit of a decline, but apartments specifically have seen the steepest decline with about a 7% drop compared to the same time last year. So it's good to know this depending on which property type you're trying to buy. So detached saw about a 1% reduction year over year. Semi-detached was 2%. Townhouses were 3%, and then apartments were 7%. So for buyers, I think this is a golden opportunity right now because interest rates just went down and we still have a lot of inventory on the market combined with relatively low prices, at least compared to COVID levels. We're at an interesting point where you can get something at a lower price and also get a good interest rate on that house purchase. Because there's a lot of inventory on the market, there's a lot of choice for you, and that means less competition for other buyers, but also better chance that you'll find the house that you're actually looking for. Sellers, on the other hand, should pay very close attention to market conditions. Now, the total amount of sales rising is a good thing. That means if you are trying to sell a house, it's more likely that it will sell quicker, but there's always a but. Overpricing your house can limit your exposure to those active buyers. So you want to make sure that you're actually pricing your house realistically based on market conditions. Going too high will just cause all the active buyers who are actually looking to ignore your house and go to other ones because of all the options that they have, because of the high inventory. They're just going to ignore yours and they're going to go buy something else. So don't overprice it. Price it reasonably according to market conditions. All right, so in summary, the real estate market in Hamilton is starting to wake up, which presents opportunities for both buyers and sellers alike, as long as you know what you're doing. So feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about any of this information at all, or if you just want to talk about the real estate market in general. My contact info is up on the screen. If you don't reach out to me, it'll make me very sad. So you don't want to do that, right? Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.